Oh, yes, hello.
Hello, it's been... Jeez, it's only been a day, hasn't it?
He looks at you oddly. He goes, something troubling you?
Yes, well, you could say that the, murders are a little more extensive than we first thought. So, we're going to be heading back to my hometown of Magnimar to look into them. And we're looking into getting some supplies for that journey.
All right. What type of supplies are you looking for again?
Firstly, I'd like to sell a few things here.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got 6 of these teeth from the cruelest, most hate-filled beast that's ever walked this region.
Is it the bat?
Nope, that's the Malfashionate.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to let Roxy tell the story because she's got the diplomacy, so...
All right, Roxy
Do
will
tell. I would like...
Roxy will roll a diplomacy check.
Well, tell me what you're going to say first. So how are you going to embellish it?
She's not really going to embellish it. She's just going to give a dramatic retelling of how how this thing cowardly ambushed Quadrule.
Yeah, it did.
But
that's how I remember it.
Muka managed to spar with it one-on-one with a little assistance from Corral, taking half his damage. Roxy's gonna point out how she and Tangle literally threw everything in the kitchen sink at it projectile-wise, and she's just gonna try and make it as dramatic and as possible.
Okay. So go ahead, roll me that diplomacy.
Plus, let me triple check to see if this is right. 5. Yep, looks right.
All right. He goes, oh, that sounds very fine. I think I will give you 300 gold pieces for the 6.
I turn to Quadrule. Do you want me to hold on to that, or is that kind of...
No, that's good to go.
Alright.
And then I've also got these surgical tools that really I don't want to tell the story of because that kind of diminishes their value. So these were used to torture people in the insane asylum.
Are they the masterwork ones and all that?
No, these ones. I don't think these are masterwork. I would have wrote that down.
There were.
So yeah, I think.
He goes, oh, those are quite nice quality there, nice and shiny. Whoever used these must have known what they were doing because they're kept in fine shape and sharpened very, very nicely. I'll give you 50 gold pieces.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Alright, Roxy's gonna be like...
You see a lot of the stuff that you've given him is still hanging up. Like, in frames and stuff like that.
Aww.
And he has a lot of the weapons that that you guys have sold to him still in
That
stock.
makes me feel bad. No. Damn it. Well, do you have any... I'm not sure if this guy's going to have any weaponry. Does he have...
Hang on, I got a couple of things that...
Oh, sure, go for it.
Okay, Roxy mentions, let's see, and, oh yeah, we have this nice opal that's worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Roxy's like, she's really fixed up Aldern's outfit from the previous night just by belting it with prestidigitation and mending to make it look pretty nice and clean off all the gas stench.
Alright. Let's see here.
She's like, we would none of us can really use the War Razor, and we all have, those of us that wear armor all have better armor than this.
Well, I'll give you 750 gold pieces for the leather armor.
Done?
I'll give you 750 gold pieces for the War Razor. And you can have the rest, let's see, you can have the other 400 gold pieces from the rest of the stuff.
Fair enough.
As it's tradable as... Oh wait, what's the cameo?
That's the thing with Mook.
Oh.
Foxglove.
Yeah. Because, this is kind of an odd mural here, but I'll take that for 100 gold pieces, I guess, as well. He gives you basically full price for the Noble's outfit cameo.
Nice, nice.
So, Matt, this is an equipment item. It's called a Familiar Satchel, and it's an armored case that provides total cover for any tinier or smaller creature. Quadro would be interested in a small size Familiar Satchel so that he can have a total cover protection for Frank, as he's still a baby at this time. So I'm looking, basically, if we're going to go to the Magnimar, I can't leave Frank behind. I have to take him, but I want him to be safe and secure.
He pulls off, he pulls this out, and he blows dust off of it. He goes, yes, here's one. You could fit, what did you say you wanted to put in here?
A small child.
Well, I can't quite say that this would be the safest, as babies don't have the motor reflexes to steady themselves, and if you fall down or something like that.
That looks perfect for my uses. I think I will take that.
Okay.
Did you just buy a medieval baby carrier?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, how much do you want that to weigh, and how much do you want to pay? Because it's bigger than the normal one, so I'm good with paying more and it being heavier.
Nah, I'll just do like 25 gold pieces. Is fine.
Okay.
I mean, 6 pounds. Just keep that.
Don't worry, we got plenty.
Cool.
Yep. Hang on one sec. I need to. Oh, I have a calculator on this computer.
Hey, Kevin, do you use a shield?
I do.
Okay.
And I'll add Frank's weight, so it's going to be 8 pounds overall. I was going to say, are you going to leave? Well, I can't. Corral's not here, so I can't talk to him about it, but.
Not putting the godchild in your sack. Especially not with a goblin.
He and the baby can be friends. Gosh. I have to send you. You know how I was asking you. Never mind. I'll just wait until. No, this is meta. So just.
Okay.
Let's see. Roxy's gonna. She's gonna wonder what he has in the way of potions. Probably something a little stronger than cure light, but he has. That's all he has, and Roxy will probably take a few of those.
All right. Let me see. All right, he has 2 cure moderates.
Check that out, Kevin.
I'm trying to find.
Oh, that did not work at all. It just sent you the very top of it. Anyways, I've abandoned the idea of Frank being a cleric because you made a good point. He has to have he has to actually have that skill from birth kind of a thing. So this is him just being a crazy, crazy little fighter.
Okay.
The build is very cool.
Well, send that to me in email.
No, I will. I was sending it to Kevin because I had talked to him about Corral training Frank. And I don't think we're doing that anymore.
Okay.
So he has 2 moderate.
Yeah, he has 2 moderates, and he's got 4 cure lights.
Roxy will take it.
All right.
All of them.
I can't really find how much those are.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. It's usually like the cost of I don't know. Anyways. So.
The Cure Moderate are 300 apiece, and the Cure Lighter are 50.
Yeah. Alright.
You know what? Roxy will just take them at regular price. She's a little crestfallen today, not really in the mood for arguing.
Alright.
Plus, we have 500 gold pieces of in-store credit here, so might as well put that credit to good use.
Yep.
Alright, so that's minus 600 for the potions, minus 200 for the cure, moderate wounds, times 2, cure light, times 4. Alright, it's all noted.
Okay. So, everyone has done what they have set out to do, and you all meet back at the Rusty Dragon.
So, Roxy's gonna ask him, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to go by horseback, or are you gonna march there?
I'm sure,
Well, you all have horses.
yeah, I was gonna say, heroes of our prominence could easily acquire some horses.
Well, you already have them, though.
Yeah, we already have horses.
Yeah, it's... Is there a full, clear path to...
Yes, it is a well-traveled trade route.
Alright.
Roxy warns them, just don't go off by yourself. You will be ambushed by goblins.
All right, I go and prepare the horses for travel.
Hey, Jessa?
Yeah.
What type of bow do you have?
I have a masterwork composite short bow.
A +1 composite short bow.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay. All right. So
What are the checkpoints between there? I mean, is there an inn we should be looking for? A little tavern or something that...
Oh, that's not quite... the map of the region.
Magnimar is a giant-ass city. It's freaking huge. It's the second largest city in the region, so there's... We'll know when we get there, for sure.
Well, right, but I'm just thinking...
there's nothing else between here and there.
There's no inns or...
just
No,
coast.
there's no inns.
It's just coast.
Matt, before we go,
Mm-hmm.
I leave a message with Sheriff Hemlock and the mayor that I'm going to try and get them some good security this time. I mean, so it's not the green soldiers they ended up coming back with. Some real.
You don't like Tim, Jim, and Slim?
And
I like them.
They were the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned other soldiers, the green ones, not the.
He goes, don't worry about it. With training, I'm sure the worst is now behind us. And with training, I'm sure these young recruits will be just fine. After all, you've dealt with the situation, from what I hear.
Roxy just mentions something tells me it might not be entirely over with.
Wow. In any case, do what you see fit.
I was more referring to those guys you mentioned who couldn't handle some goblins, not
I know
not
what you
those not those three who tore apart ghouls like they were.
That's quite all right. So you guys decide on a plan of action.
I guess we'll be traveling to Magnimar.
Yeah.
Exactly. And only last thing I wanted to say to the party is we should buy some food maybe while we're here, since we have free food, I think, or is it just free room? And so we have something for the trip.
Yeah, we should be able to get some free food.
Yeah, you can absolutely. You are definitely you absolutely, yes, not a problem. at
Okay.
all.
So I guess we'll just say our packs are filled with food. Just enough to get us there.
All right.
Trail
End of day.
rations.
Since
We do-
there's no McDonald's on the way.
I think 5 days of trail rations is like 10 pounds.
Okay.
We got
Carl
a
wants
tiger.
to make a point that
Yeah.
we need a there should be an inn between these two. We'll bed and breakfast or something.
Okay. Well, you can start one when you retire.
Yeah.
That's a good retirement.
I need to get old Roxas to shoot up.
Yeah, so I guess after meeting up there, we leaving the next day? Morning the next
Yeah.
day?
Yep. Morning of day 26 by my count.
All right.
Tango
So-
comes out of her room comes out of the stable very early that next morning and waits to tell people that the horses are ready, and she slept with her horse as she likes to do.
All right.
Lols.
Shut up.
Curl Snickers.
Roxy kind of goes.
All right. So,
Tango gives everybody like a mutual dirty look. She just throws one all the way around.
Well, I believe the nays have it, so let's
All right, let's head out.
I want to make my pit stop over at the temple,
Okay.
and ready to go.
he goes, I will go with you, but my sole duty will be to protect this child.
Absolutely.
Have
Wait,
you
we're
fi-
taking
All right.
we're taking Nemo and Lauren or Lauren. That his name? Yeah, Lauren. We're taking Nemo and Lauren with us.
Absolutely.
Did we give No Name a name?
Roxy calls him Nemo.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I figured you'd come with us, so it's actually why I ordered an extra day of rations with us and all that jazz. But all right,
Okay.
let us depart with a hero's farewell and a phone ring.
Oh, I pressed enter before I figured out what that looks like. On top, while sitting on the horse. Okay, never mind. Kevin just jumped all over that shit.
Okay, so you guys head out.
We do.
Yep. Trot, 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 trot.
Okay. Along the path, you see a couple traders going
Kill them.
toward Sandpoint. They give you nods as they pass you by.
News of the road? Anything up ahead?
Oh, Magnimar is going through some trouble.
Speak of
Who
what
isn't
trouble?
these days?
What kind of trouble?
Murders.
Murders.
Yeah, so
Yes, please clarify.
bureaucrats, shop owners, people in higher positions, murdered.
Oh.
Weird things carved into their chest.
Oh.
Oh.
Anything like this? Carve into the dirt there. That symbol that we've been. What is it? The
Sahedron.
Sahedron.
Yeah.
Carve that into the dirt there.
They look at you and say, "I want nothing to do with you," and they say, "Let's get out of here."
Diplomacy to slow them down.
And what are you
Roxy's like, similar
Hang on,
murders have been
please.
happening in Sandpoint. That's how we know of the symbol.
All right. They go, "Oh well. Well, I thought we were connected to them for some reason." But yes, exactly like that. If you could not gauge by our reaction.
Tango says, of course we're not connected with them. Do you think we look like murderers and chest carvers?
Shh, shh, shh.
Don't answer that. But the point being that we need to know when we arrive at Magnimar, good sirs. Do you know who we might speak to about these murders that have been going on? Have you a name, a person in power, or maybe a sheriff of some sort?
Well, there's the mayor, Haldner Grobaris, but I doubt that he will see you. He's a very important man.
Quadro says
Roxy's like, ugh, I have my ways of making it work.
I have no intentions of seeing any figures of power in Magnimar. I'm aware of its corruption, and I don't care to speak with anyone there. More importantly, though, we have a key to this man's house. We just really need to locate where his townhouse is. And
Roxy
he's a millionaire.
Jewel on the shoulder.
So we just need that. We just need to ask around.
I am sure people in town, the local townsfolk, could probably tell you give you pointers of where things were.
And I want to stay low radar when we go into Magnimar. We can blow that shit up later, but our arrival needs to be low key because I don't do high key.
What are they trading? Oh,
Yeah.
just
What about
furs and the
trading?
like,
Oh, okay.
cowhides and.
Are we on the road and we ran into traders? Is that what just happened?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
You got a cloak or something?
A cloak?
we all have cloaks.
Yeah, I have a cloak. What type of cloak are you looking for?
Oh, just something nice for. I was gonna give something for the little godchild here.
Oh, okay.
All right. What type of color would you like it in? We have white, we have black, we've got green, we've got blue and red.
Good old simple white cloak be fine.
How did I know? He goes, oh, well, he cuts one this side, and it's very finely made. It's made of silk. This one is. It'd probably be worth about 25 gold pieces.
25 gold pieces for a cloak.
If you want something more practical, we have simple cotton ones, cotton and wool.
What season are we in? Sorry, I don't need a kind of pain in the ass right now.
Man.
It's fall, I believe.
Fall. Yeah, let's get something a little warmer as we're getting closer to the winter.
So the wool one. Here's a.
Yeah.
Here you go. He hands you this. It'll be one gold piece.
That's beautiful. I'll take that.
All right, and
I'll dock that from my.
They bid you on your day, and say if your guy was rich and a merchant, they might the house you're looking for might be in Naus, as he goes away.
Huh. Roxy thinks of Naus. That name sounds familiar.
It's a upper class where the upper class dwell.
Okay, that would not be where she lives.
Yeah,
She's like,
there's like 3 sections of Magnimar.
Yeah, no.
Roxy's like, my family wouldn't be in Naus.
You're in Keystone.
They'd be in Keystone.
Yeah. It's mostly a residential district, and it houses a lot of the majority of the city's temples, like Desna, Kalistra, Aristil, and Pharasma. So it's where the bulk of people live. It's a nice district, but it's kind of like your middle class.
It's part of the shore.
Yeah. And so
yeah.
Roxy's like, she pulls out her hat of disguise, which is kind of disguises like a feather or something. She's like, well, if one of us needs to go undercover, this thing will come in handy.
I volunteer.
all right.
And she's like, phew. I was thinking I could do it. I mean,
I want to talk over people.
I'm probably the best, gathering information and everything.
I was just saying I wanted to.
All right.
Tango looks at Roxy resentfully for a minute for that.
Roxy's like, she just kind of flaunts her 21 charisma and says, sorry, that's the facts.
All right. So the trader leaves and bids you adieu, and you guys are back on the road. Quadrule.
Stand my ground. What does that mean?
I seem to remember running away with a shrill scream in your heart during that last fight.
I seem to remember you never being on the front line because you couldn't hack it.
I seem to remember being on the front line and you all taking a different path. I charged right in the front.
There was 2 paths. Muka took a path and I took a path.
You took the other. It's not my fault
Muka
there was
took a
nothing
path.
on the front
It has
path.
nothing to do with that at all. You know I can hold my own. I think your problem is really with me as a person and my pupil. And really, there's no difference. You've taken on a pupil and I've taken on a pupil. And I don't treat you with a hostility just because orcs believe dwarfs are inferior. Because I'm above
Mine
that.
doesn't bite
I'm
people.
wiser than that. I mean, he's gonna get better. He's just a baby right now. Yours bites, just not as hard.
Lacks any type of discipline, but
Because it's just a baby. I'm trying to give it
you want to throw
discipline.
out there.
I think that it's going to be a statement to all goblin kind when he's just hacking them down, just the way that I've done in the past against orcs. It's really no different. I'm training him to be better than what he was given at birth, and every step of the way, you're trying to crap on it. Every step
Tango
of the way.
goes over
He
and
knows.
stands between the 2 guys and looks at them both and says, "We have plans to do, gentlemen, please." And then she pats Quadrule
I'm just
while
saying.
giving Corral kind of a dirty look.
He can sense the hostility, I can sense the hostility, and I don't appreciate the snide remarks because we both have pupils and they're still in training, and you know, I would protect your pupils. If
So you're
you
looking
were
for a
down,
fight between them.
no, if you were down on the ground and your pupils were still standing there, I would put myself in front of them, and I would sacrifice my life for your pupils, and I don't believe yours would either.
Tango says, "Quadrule, we all know that you're a good father. Call it a pupil or not, whatever you want to.
It's
Have
really,
a lovely little one."
It's really no different. It's no different. And until you see that, there's always going to be that divide. And I think that you enjoy the divide. I think you don't like to get close with people. So you're more than welcome to do that.
I assumed all this is taking
to be-
place like at camp
On the journey on
at
the way there.
nighttime,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, we're
nighttime.
riding horseback. Yeah.
all right. So, is that conversation ended?
I guess so.
Okay. Coral, make a perception check.
I should really invest in some perception with Roxy.
I'll let my sheet up.
You're a diplomacy machine.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I have a seeing eye tiger, for goodness sake.
All right. Coral, you see something during this difference of opinions. Strike the corner of your eye. Something shiny, hidden behind some leaves against a tree.
As much as I would love to continue trying to temper your bruised ego, looks like we got something off to the side here. I'll hop off my horse.
All right.
Tangle, if you'd like to take a look here.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll an appraise.
Actually, do you want to just walk up to it, or are you trying to sneak up to it, or I don't know.
Roxy,
Is it just something?
Oh, well, Corral, do you have it in your hand yet, or where are you?
No, it seems to be just off the path, something that's shimmering.
Okay.
I can grab it with Mage Hand.
Tangle just jumps down, but she walks towards it, but not right up to it. Walking slowly, she's not sneaking.
Okay. You get closer than anyone else, and you can see that it's actually attached to something that's covered with leaves and bark and stuff like that. And as you get closer, you see that is attached to a skeletal hand
Yeah.
that
Oh,
smells
dear.
of death.
And so you mean skeletal, like it's an old skeleton?
Yes.
New, not with still.
Yes.
Okay. Tangle says, "Hey, Roxy, come look at this."
Roxy comes over. She's like, "What is it?"
This looks like a ring or piece of jewelry on the skeletal hand, but I don't see anything else around, just the hand. And so Tangle looks around, and she's going to roll a perception check for looking around for recent movement in this area, even though the skeleton is old
Okay.
itself.
Right,
Just want to see if anyone else has
you
noticed
actually
this, or if
walk-
it's like signs of a trap. That's
You
what she's
actually
looking for.
walked quite a bit off the path.
Okay.
Coral's on a chant just saw something shimmering in the forest, so it's not actually like right on the path. But
Oh, okay.
anyways, perception, no traps, nothing like that. Coral, as you approach, you do not detect any magic. But the shield does look very interesting indeed.
It's a shield.
Yes, it is a shield.
Oh, it's a shield. I'm sorry. I thought it was a ring. Help if I listen.
It's not pinging magical at all, though, huh?
No. Actually, you recognize this as a living steel heavy shield. It is made of living steel. Basically, description-wise, whenever the wielder of a metal weapon other than one made from adamantium, whatever. This one's spelled different. But rolls a natural 1 on attack against a creature wielding the shield. The item must make a DC 20 Fortitude save or gain the broken condition. If the weapon already has the broken condition, it is instead destroyed.
Nice.
So it's really tough.
Yes.
Any symboling on it, or any?
No, it is. It's shaped like your normal, basic, heavy shield, kind of pyramid style, and the crest is actually a shield, just a simple shield.
Interesting. The body that I assume that is there an actual body attached to it after that hand?
Yes.
Anything on it? Any
No.
notages or
No, it's
just decayed clothing?
just decayed clothing and stuff like that. A rusted iron axe, Nothing of the quality of this shield.
I'll throw my current shield over to Pupil, the kid with no name,
Okay.
and pick this up. How's the feel of it? Feels
It's
nice and solid.
Yeah, it's like 15 pounds, basically. It feels sturdy. It feels very sturdy.
Playing it a few times, have him just swing at the shield.
Alright. Alright. Woo! And the weapon does not break, but it sends a shimmer up through the pupil's arms.
I like it. Well, where one man falls, another man gains a treasure.
Alright. So, continuing on the path.
Corral took the living shield, and Nemo got his old one.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
far as I know. Living Shield have any other AC advantages?
No,
with the
it's
shield?
not enchanted.
Just
it
a standard.
makes weapons break, if they roll
Okay.
a natural 1.
Very good.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of handy.
Oh, tricky.
But yeah, you guys travel the rest of the day, and nightfall comes. You set up camp.
Roxy's like, hate to drag any more people into this, but
damn it.
I don't know. I'm seriously considering hiring like a mercenary or something to make up for our lack of, frontliners. I mean, without Muka, a lot of things would have gone wrong in the past. So it's
Metagaming this, basically, me metagaming is this adventure is built for 4 people, not 5. Just saying.
I know, but I'm also
We'll be fine.
consideration.
We're already grooming pupils. I mean, we're
I'm
already
just-
getting to
Jules
that
already
point.
said he's got this. He's not going to run again. We're
Yeah.
good.
It's called a tactical retreat.
Metagaming,
anyways.
those 4 people are assumed to be, arcane, divine, frontliner, skill monkey.
That's, okay. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
We're dealing with
Alright.
it. We lost the player, we're going to keep on going.
Alright.
We'll make
Roxy's
it
gonna
work.
be like, but that could take a while, so
Corral might have to join us on the front line.
Hey, he's been there every time.
Roxy's like, she looks at Roxas and she's like,
Up Mooka's ass.
one of these days he'll be quite a sight, but well, for now.
We'll be fine. I mean, and for the most part, we're just going to get to Magnimar. We're going to find this place. We're going to scope it out, and we'll see what happens. I mean,
Sounds good.
the likelihood of us running into Zanisha or any of the 7 right now, I would hope is unlikely. Magnimar is a big town, but it's not a very strategic foothold, unless they're planning to take it over. So
Roxy's like, yeah, if they dominate Magnimar, they could probably take over half this half of the region. She's like,
it's fair.
However, I get your point. They're unlikely to attack us in broad daylight, especially if we go under disguise. She pulls out her hat of disguise.
Jessa, are you playing the violin back there or something like that?
No, actually, my husband is. I'm going to mute. He's playing his guitar.
Okay.
Nice. To hide the camp better, I'm going to need some aid on the survival check, or somebody else to do it, and I can aid them.
Alright. You can do it easily. Not a problem.
Oh, okay.
You all wake up the next morning
Oh, nice.
and you set off. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. You wake up the next morning and it's half a day to Magnimar, and you arrive at the City of Monuments.
Oh, wow. Well,
Now that's a city.
Yeah.
So where do we come in?
Up at
Wow.
3.
Up at 3.
Yeah.
well,
Rox.
we need a
Okay,
bar first, right? I mean,
I can agree to that.
just saying a place of common meeting.
So basically,
Yes.
And
The-
some ale.
The city itself is a sprawling slate rooftops and marble avenues stretch from the foundations of Irispan, a ruined stone bridge of impossible size located to the west, to beyond the western banks of the Yonda Bakari River. A sheer cliff, the Sea Cleft, cuts through the city's heart, dividing Magnimar into 2 major sections. The summit, and
Which is where we came
upon
in.
the cliffstop, and the shore below, as you can kind of see the depth right there. It is the 2nd largest city in Varesia. Alright. I'm good. Magnimar wages an open war of coins and lies with Corvosa to the east. Both city-states vie for control over vassal communities, natural resources, and trade with the cosmopolitan south. In its constant striving to outdo and exceed Corvosa, Magnimar has opened its gates and harbor to all comers, encouraging traders from many lands to discover the wonders of Varesia away from the excessive taxes and regulations of Corvosa. Yet in greater safety than is offered by pirate havens like Riddleport. So today, has a population of about 16,000, with the majority of the populace are humans. Yeah, it has a great stone wall around it, and you come in. The entrance, which is the big courtyard, is split up here. The north of 3 and 2 is the Alabaster district. It's where all your yuppies go, your rich people. Then the capital district is like the Senate and all that stuff. And then to the right of that is the Naus district, where a lot of the rich merchants live.
So, Naus district sounds promising, but I think we should probably ask among the muck of the city first.
Roxy's like, allow me. So she kind of she jumps into the nearest telephone booth or equivalent, like Superman, and uses her hat of disguise to assume an honest, low-key form, something that would blend right in with the rest of the city.
Okay, not a hot 21 charisma associate.
Yeah.
Gonna go low key on this one.
Well, I mean, you guys all as a group look kind of, adventure. You look very much like Pathfinders.
Quadro's definitely bringing the cloak hood up and trying to blend in because he doesn't particularly like people staring at him.
Well,
all right,
let's
roll us a information check.
Oh, Carol actually decides to. He's gonna go a little low key too as well.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
So what are you trying to ask?
We're gonna just kind of inquire. Hey, by any chance, do you know where the Foxglove Townhouse would be?
Probably. It's probably in the Naus district, just over yonder way. 1 second. I'd check around this area and ask people that live close by this region over here. As he says, go down 5 blocks this way, and a few blocks that way, so and so.
Where can we buy some supplies, some weapons?
Oh, just that one place.
Your place, yeah.
Roxy's like, I bet there are a bunch of shops around here. It's a general comment.
Because I still got stuff to shed, so.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll be right back. So.
Sure.
Quick break.
Okay.